Hi everyone, welcome back to Blend Weekly. Before we get started, let's look at the winner for week 3.
Our winner last week was Darsa with the Warm and Cozy Challenge, taking it in this idea of the cold outdoors and the hot cup of hot chocolate. So well done, Darsa, for winning last week. Now let's get back to what the entries are for this week.
Now it's time to look at our week 4 entries. And week 4 is the final challenge of this month. And the topic was Snowfall. And with Snowfall, I'm really curious to see how the artists interpreted that to create an animated video challenge. Let's check it out. So, this week on Blend Weekly, we had an animated challenge, and the Snowfall challenge required people to come and interpret that in different ways. And we once again have 3 different artists giving us our interpretations of that. So first of all, let's take a look at our first entry. So we have Omer, Aaron, and Darsa again with entries. And this one is Darsa. So let's take a look at this one first. And there's a lot going on in this one that I like. First of all, you have a really good mist or fog that gives a really good sense of depth. You have really nicely modeled mountains. And you have, of course, the requirement of snow falling. There are a few things that I don't like about it or think could be improved. One of those is the texture, which is being applied to the mountains, I feel could be less repetitive. Also, using more different shaders and modules in the shader so that it can actually have a little bit more variation, maybe some noise, maybe some a little bit more displacement map or normal map so that it feels like there's a little bit more variety. But I do like the lighting. And I like the mist, and I like the scene in general. Nice touch adding the music, which I'll put back on. And the snowfall effect on its own, if we pause for a second, we can kind of see a flake, which looks pretty good. It feels like a real snowflake. And one of the things that I think may have occurred, there's a few times where it flashes black, right? Yeah, there. And I think that actually is a snowflake flying in front of the camera, which kind of, although maybe physically is realistic, in this case distracts from the scene. So you have to watch out for things like that. But thank you, Darsa, for submitting this really good environment scene. And it feels like the opening to a movie where you'd have maybe a house or something or people walking. I know that Sintel, the Blender animated film, actually had a scene very similar to this with the main character walking on a mountain to talk to an old wise man. So that was really cool. All right. And the next one I'd like to watch is from Omer. And this one is, once again, featuring our favorite character, the snowman. And there he is. And we can see the snow effect. We can see the car that he drove, now covered in snow. And all of the snow on the roof falls, and that, I guess, is the end of the snowman. And we'll replay it. So we have a snowflake starting off. Then we have introduction to our snowman, the house, and the car. Really just giving us the story of this, kind of introducing the scene, and then the snow falling. And I think I like that Omer took a double interpretation to this, where he had both snowfall in terms of snowflakes, but also literally snow falling onto the snowman. So a dual interpretation of the challenge, which I think was really clever, and also technically like in terms of the amount of composition required. Like he had the car pre-modeled. I don't know if the house is pre-modeled. It looks like he may have put that together himself for this challenge. I do think that this is lacking detail, the steps, but you only see it for such a short time that it's not a huge deal. But a very clever idea with the snow falling in the roof. Texture is pretty good. The wood texture is pretty good, although it repeats, but that's okay. And then I like this crumpled snowman, which actually, in terms of modeling, looks quite good. Although I don't know if that would actually be how it would in reality look after being covered in snow. But we totally get the idea with this composition, and I am sad to see that he has passed away. But a really nice end to the challenges. Thank you very much, Omer, for this double interpretation of the challenge. And so let's move on to our last. And this one is a new artist to our Blend Weekly challenges. This is coming from Aaron, who has been working behind the scenes a little bit, but this is the first time he's been submitting any work. So let's take a look at what he's got. We have a nice particle effect for the snow, and a nice simple short sequence. And he said that he wanted to participate and he wasn't really sure what he wanted to do, and he didn't have a lot of time, but I'm really happy that he was able to put together a nice scene. I do get a really cool mood from this, of someone looking up and watching the snowfall, which is exactly what I asked for in the challenge. That being said, I do think it's a little bit I have some questions, like why is she not wearing pants? I feel like it's cold in the snow. I would definitely recommend that you wear pants when going outside. So that might be a lack of time in this case. But I like the composition here. Like if it was cropped without the lack of pants, I think that this would, or with pants, I think this would actually be a really nice still shot, and then with the animation panning up actually adds a lot to it. So thank you so much for Aaron for your contribution, and for your first entry into the Blend Weekly challenges as well. Now, Aaron, you can check him out. His ArtStation ID is here. You can check out his work at Aaron Karthik G, and you can also check out his Facebook page, so you can see some of his other work. A lot of work with characters, faces, but also full environments. And then, as always, you can also check out Darsa and Omer and their work. As you feel free to subscribe to Omer's channel, which he has posted the video on, so you can subscribe. Just give him a search there, or I'll post some links in the group, or in the video. And also for Darsa, you can subscribe to his Facebook profile, which we've looked at before. And so thank you so much for those 3 artists who participated this week, and let's continue with moving forward with other challenges, which I'm going to talk about next. And that's all for this month, and also that's all for the year 2018. So happy New Year, happy 2019, and I hope that you were able to accomplish everything that you set your mind to this past year. But if not, you have a new chance, a fresh start. 2019 is starting, and you can set some new goals for what you want to accomplish. One of those things that you could do is to try the weekly challenges here at Blend Weekly. Now, before we get started on the next month, we need to decide on a theme. So what I'm going to ask is for us to come up with some brainstorming of themes that we'd like to see, and then we'll do a vote on which theme we might want. So I'm going to create a Google form, and I'll share the link. Then the link will be available in the description down below. And if you can follow that link to fill out the form, then we'll make a short list of which of the topics we would like, and then we'll vote. Now, I'll probably only have it open for a few days because I need to turn it around pretty quick before we start the next week. Also, I'll also include a link to our Instagram page, which is new, and hoping to gather new artists from there. And so please follow that, and it'll include links to all the artists who have participated, and pictures and videos from them with their permission, of course. And so that's all. Happy New Year again, and I hope you continue to subscribe to this channel and check out our videos that we post at least once a week. One other thing is I am hoping to start a new segment, which is going to be just called What Are You Working On? And if you're interested in sending me or participating in that segment, basically it's just an idea of having short videos that you explain what it is that you're working on currently, and you show it. It's not really a tutorial, it's just like, here, this is what I'm working on, and you can talk to me if you're interested in finding out how, that kind of thing, just to engage the audience and get people involved. So let me know if you're interested, and I'll be reaching out to some of the artists to see if they want to contribute anything. So expect a video like that coming around soon too. Anyway, that's all for now. I hope you have a blendful day.